What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow. Now I'm not gonna go through the whole entire intro because this video is not about me. It's more about other channels. I've been getting asked, what channels do I mess with? What channels, do I watch? Now I don't watch that many, street channels. I really don't follow no prison channels. I just believe that prison is just something that shouldn't be talked about. And I just don't touch on the matters. I have, my rules, and that's a slippery slope. You don't want to be stepping on no fingers. I know how treacherous you get, content or not. You know what I mean? It's not worth putting yourself in your life in danger. Because the game is real. But some people, are willing to take the risk for the bag. You know, I wish them all the best. Now, I do normally I follow mostly sports channels. Science channels, history channels, stuff like that. Educational stuff is what I like watching on YouTube. I know it's boring, whack. But there is some channels that I watch, that are, street related, that I'm going to get into right here. These are a lot more smaller channels. Obviously, I'm not mentioning like American Cholo, Hood Stocks, Tony A the Wizard, the Duno's World, like bigger channels like that, that already, they're good on their own. You know what I mean? They don't need no more exposure. They already have it good. And although my channel's not so big, I'm not saying that I'm all that. You know what I mean? But maybe it could help. These more smaller channels that are righteous individuals that I do recommend you guys, peep them out. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. Right here we got Manny the Jaguar Paul. He's an older homie from the San Fernando Valley. He's a older head. Who talks about his experiences. He was locked up. He came out. In good standings. Homie's a solid one. If you guys want to peep out what he has to say, he gives good glitcha and good advice. Go peep him out. Homie's a solid one. Right here we got the Hater World. He's a funny homie who does reactions to the latest gossip, or videos, and he gives his perspective. He keeps it real. He keeps it solid. He's really funny. I do recommend you guys go watch him. Homie, he keeps it 100. You know what I mean? He's got that serious comedy to him. I enjoy his content and his perspective because he keeps it 100. He keeps it a buck, homie. Right here we got Loked Out TV. That's the homie right there. He's a Southsider out of Georgia. He's white, so he gives his perspective on how he views over the matters. He does mukbangs, he does giveaways, and he speaks about his experiences and his overall view. So I recommend Loked Out TV. Clown Loke. That's another solid individual and homie and giving his perspective on the latest matters and all that. Hoodie from the hood. That's the homie right there. He's a homeboy out of San Diego. He's a crib, who shows love for the brown homie, and I show the love right back. Homie's a solid one. He gives his perspective over matters, on the latest on music, hip hop, and all of that. Go peep him out. Homie's got another solid way of looking at it. You know what I mean? It's a black and brown thing, brother. You know what I mean? All love. We got Sav Loke right here. He's a homie out of Colorado. He talks about his experiences too. He does reactions as well, gives his overall perspective, talks about his, struggles and battles that he's gone through as well. And overall giving advice, how to be productive, you know what I mean? Stay away from the life. Dove's channel already blew up, you know what I mean? But, I just want to throw him out there because he's another homie who gives a good perspective on overall views on, subjects, you know what I mean? He has good klecha, and a good way of telling the stories, providing that lesson. Cholo Trucker is another one who talks about him being a little bit different because he goes into, a lot more serious, deeper matters like child molestation, and a whole lot of, solid talk. He also talks boxing. So if you guys are interested in boxing and sports and stuff like that, or just interested in knowing of a homie outside of the streets, that's a good channel. Big D keeping it real. He's another individual who gives his perspective over matters, but not only that, but you get to see his life. He gives good advice. He works out videos. He always has a positive message. Relating to his videos and his channel. And he gives wisdom. His wisdom and his perspective. So it's another homie that's solid individual. Another solid channel. Active War Stories. He's a northerner who's funny. Homie, he has a sense of humor. Homie likes to clown around. He talks about the latest on Chicano rap, hip hop, the gossips and stuff like that. Homie's funny. Go check him out. We got West Coast Graffiti, who talks about real raza problems, real debates that he has on his podcast. Not only that, but they got a gaming for those who like gaming. But homie talks about real brown matters and talks about the real struggle of the raza. You know what I mean? He puts it out there. Go subscribe to homie. He's another one that speaks for the raza. Incredible Javier is chingon. He has the Travieso series, which is like an animated cholo cartoon thing, which is chingon. You guys need to go scope that out. And he also talks about overall battling with personality disorders, and overall mental illnesses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He dives into those conversations. So go peep him out. The Streets Ain't Loyal is the Sunny Boy Acasa, where he talks about his perspectives and his views overall on subjects relating to the streets, or what people are talking about. You know what I mean? And he does lives and stuff like that where he gives his overall perspective and view on matters. You know what I mean? So that go subscribe to that channel too. These are all solid individuals, and obviously, like I said, there's more, but overall, those are the majority of the ones that I mess with. The other ones are more like science, history, sports, and stuff like that. But street related wise, these are the ones that I recommend. You guys go scope out, go peep it out. You know what I mean? It's what I did. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Shadow, we up.